Grab your popcorn, pour your drink of choice, and hit play. This is Pop, Pour, Play, where I talk about some of the hottest shows on screen. I'm Nichelle, and welcome to my podcast. What's up, y'all? This is Pop, Pour, Play. I'm Nichelle. This episode is about The Last of Us. So we're in season 2, episode 2, and I'm excited to talk about it with my brother-in-law. So I wanted him to join because this one was a doozy. Welcome, Depot, again to the podcast.
What's up, Nichelle? I was so excited about this episode because I got a lot to say about this.
I hear you. Let's first, you know how it is. I'd like to have a little bit of a snack or something to sip on while I'm doing this. So definitely want to know what's in your cup. What did you bring to sip on?
So I brought my P.F. Chang bubble tea right now. So that's what I'm looking right now. So I'm high on sugar right now. You can tell me.
You know, I think so we're in the tea family today because I'm drinking some kombucha, and I got to tell you, this blend is called Clear.
There you go.
Because my mind is so clear right now on how I might be dealing with this show moving forward. So, all right. I want to talk about some of the scenes that kind of stood out to you the most, and whether or not you were familiar with the storyline from the game and had some idea.
No idea. So I'm not a gamer like that. So I don't go through games or, anything like that. So I had no idea. I watched it last season just as a show. And as a show, it piqued my interest. I was kind of like interested in it. I liked the show. I like Pedro Pascal. I watched him with Narcos. I'm a big fan. And so I watched the show. It was interesting. It wasn't like one of my diehard go-to shows, but it was like, okay, I could go through like a whole season of this. I didn't, it was good.
Right. And just coming in from the TV adaptation. So as you know, we were both big fans of Game of Thrones. We're not going through that series, but I will tell you, as I've told many people, I've said it many times on this podcast, that because of the Red Wedding, I went back, read books. I needed to prepare myself mentally, emotionally, because I was getting invested. And I feel like I am Stark through and through. But I say that to say I did go and look up the Abby's character and more of the storyline from the game.
Gotcha. Yes.
And what I was hoping was that they could do something similar to Walking Dead. And there's still opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
And where Walking Dead kind of deviated from the comics and didn't do everything quite the same. And I was hoping that maybe they wouldn't kill off Joel in this season. I definitely didn't expect it to be this early in the season.
So okay, two things. One of the reasons I'll say I don't. It's not like it's a hard, fast rule, but I'm not into like reading books and shows is because I know sometimes the shows don't live up to the books or to the script or to the play because that can be the case. It's very difficult to do because you have to adapt it to TV or movie or film, and so things are left down. And so usually, the conversations I hear with people that have watched read the comic books or the novel is that they missed out this character. Oh, it really wasn't that character. So there's always a letdown a little bit. So for me, taking the show for what it is allows me to just enjoy it for what it is. It's a TV adaptation of a game or a story or whatever, and I can pick it apart or enjoy it just like a normal TV show.
Exactly. I hear you.
So for me, this episode was and I think because we talk a lot, I love shows that stay true to the end of a character in a show or to how the character is going to develop in a particular show. So what I say by that is this obviously is very reminiscent of Ned Stark in Game of Thrones. The fact that he killed Ned Stark in, I think it was end of season 1.
Yep.
Or end of season 1.
End of season 1.
End of season 1 was like, that was such this is going to be amazing. So for me, it wasn't the Red Wedding. It was the fact that you were brave enough to kill Ned Stark. showed me that you're brave enough to take chances, which means I'm going to be invested. Same thing with, and this is one of the reasons why I was disappointed with The Walking Dead. You didn't kill Negan when he should have died, made me kind of like feel, well, now you're listening to advertisers. He's a popular character, so you're afraid to kill him off. So I started to wane a little bit. That was my
Yeah,
take.
no, I
That was my take.
yeah, I hear you on that. And it's funny that you bring up Negan because when Abby looked at the clubs, right? Looked
Yes,
at the golf clubs. I was like, "Yo, she going to pull a Negan on Joel?" Like
exactly. And then, but so when they killed Joel, I was like, wow, this is okay. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Let's go. We're in it. Let's go for the show. Because I know
yeah.
the girl now she's going to be like, well, the thing about it that it's giving the show juice because what you're going to be able to milk out of it is what's the girl's character again? His daughter or not daughter? The
Oh, Ellie.
Ellie.
So Ellie,
So
yes.
so now Ellie has got juice for the whole season or two, looking for Abby. She's gonna go to the end of the
Yeah.
world. I don't know what the book like.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
take.
Yeah. I mean,
What do you
so
think?
so here's the deal. Of course, that is part of the storyline, and what I talked about in my last episode is making it believable for me. For one,
Yes.
I'm not holding on to Joel. Could I have seen more of him? Definitely. Could I have seen some, him kind of come out of this comatose state of like, let's just settle into this town and I'm gonna be a foreman and I'm getting old, of course, because I wanted to see that the same for Rick in The Walking Dead, right? I know how vicious these characters can be, so I want them blazing. Like that's just me, right? But it doesn't mean it can't die. And for this one, I will say, even given that I knew Joel's character there was the demise, and that was the introduction of Abby, I had predicted that the only way it would be believable for me was either with Ellie's recklessness,
Yes.
she distracts Joel, and therefore Abby's able to kill him, or Abby's somehow able to gain his trust and catches him off guards and kills him. Now, for me, it took the approach of her, the latter. She somewhat gained their trust. She seems like, oh, she was in distress. She had all these infected after her. I guess they were the runners. And now, she's talking about she has this group, these people who are armed who can go help fight. What wasn't believable is the stupidity behind that.
What do you mean?
First of all, in this world, I'm not trusting anyone. I don't know how they vet the people they bring into their community. This girl is out here. How the hell you get out here? I might have saved her life. I may have not. But the fact that you see your community, where your family is, your nephew, your brother, this is where you've lived and established your livelihood for the last 5 years, to say, no, let's keep going to the cabin. I've got people who could fight. First of all, I don't know how many people you got there. If they're armed, were they coming for our community? It was just stupid to me. And it actually took a couple of brownie points away from Dina, because I knew she was reckless in episode 1 along with Ellie, but I thought she'd be a little bit smarter. And to me, that was not smart. I am not in this post-apocalyptic world going to anyone's cabin, two of us, one being a young girl, to some group that I have no idea who they are. So that I just was kind of pissed about that,
I hear
first
you,
off.
but I hear you, but I thought there was there was a lot of characters in episode 1. There were a lot of
Mm-hmm.
characters jostling for position in my mind. Key characters to go, Tommy or Joel. So I don't think
Mm.
they could have kept both of them. So Tommy was like, he made it because Tommy could easily have died. There's, that big runner.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you could
yeah.
have died on him, killed him, whatever.
Oh my
Right.
gosh,
So
yes.
Tommy could have died and Joel could have survived, or Joel dies and Tommy survives. So the way they did it is, again, not knowing the books or anything. I don't know how the storyline goes.
It was just a game. Yeah, the game
Yeah,
storyline.
it's a
Yeah,
game
yeah, yeah.
storyline. So Joel died. I think I get you. I understand the part of how believable is it for Joel, as smart as he is, to go up into
Yeah.
this new environment with this girl and look back at his
Yes.
burning house, he's
Correct.
burning
Yes.
community, and decide to go the other way. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that one, I was kind of like, okay, so I get you, but if I could suspend my belief based on that, and you finally get into the room,
Right.
the fact that she went through and killed him in front of Ellie, I think to me was kind of like was real gangster right there, because I think right now Ellie, she's reckless, but I think what it does give Ellie now is this kind of like, I would hope, I don't know how it's going to play out, a sense of she's going to go through grief, but a sense of calm and leadership. So it's like when Negan killed Glenn, right, in Walking Dead, with his baseball bat, Lucy or whatever it's called. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Lucille or something.
or
Yeah,
yeah,
something.
whatever the name of that baseball, whatever. And the way he killed Glenn, I was like, I'm going to jump through this screen. I'm going to kill Negan myself.
Yeah.
Negan has to die.
Oh,
He
has to
has
die.
to die. And so for me, when Negan didn't die, it was like, I am done with this show, because there's no
Yep.
way in any world where you kill a beloved character like Glenn and then you get to survive in a jail under the house and it's just not, it's not going to happen.
No, so I completely hear you. And this is kind of going into where I'm going with this show,
Right.
where I can quickly go a left if it doesn't right the wrong for
Right.
me.
Right.
And I think the wrong, well, there's a couple of wrongs. One being the lack of believability in like him going up to this house. Like
Right.
that was just
I hear you.
dumb.
Another thing is, I don't think all the people that she was with, the four people that she was with, were bought into her revenge plan. So
No,
the
and I also
believability
didn't
part
think.
with me is that, why would you go cross country with this girl on a revenge trip? Like, who the
Wait
heck
a
is
minute,
she?
right, but also, how did you know where he? Okay, I don't even need to get into that because I do
Exactly.
like to live in the fantasy world, and
Correct. So you got to
I let things
suspend belief,
pass,
right?
right?
I follow
Exactly.
that.
So I love that. We're gonna suspend belief about that, but that was a whole nother thing, like a bone I wanted to pick. But I'm gonna skip that one. What I will say is, you're absolutely right, and this is where I felt why one of her friends should have not lived.
Oh,
One of them should have been
yes,
killed.
100%. Oh, well, I think what's going to happen. This is so. Let's talk about
Yeah, they probably all gonna be
go
killed
towards the
off,
future,
hopefully,
right?
slowly. Yeah.
So the
Hmm.
future is, and again, echoes of
Hunt
what
them down.
echoes of Walking Dead. I think there's
Yes.
going to be a situation where they split,
Yeah.
and so the whole arc of the show is going to be Ellie tracking them down one by one, or maybe one, two by two, or what, however they decide
Right.
to
Right.
split
Right.
them. I don't think
Yeah.
all five are going to split. I think they might go in maybe in groups of two and three, or whatever, however they split
Yeah,
up.
because it seems like that guy she was with, they probably have like some type of love
Yes.
interest.
Yeah.
He
So
seemed the most,
exactly.
yeah.
But there were some that were like, they were not really feeling her. Like the girl that injected
Oh
Adina
yeah, she didn't seem really threatening at all.
at all. And then the other
Like
girl, and then the guy that said pendejo or something.
Bendejo, yeah.
That
He,
they're,
I wanted to that. I got some thoughts about that. That's like, yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
So,
he to me should probably die first
yeah. So
because you kicked me in my stomach. Because you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, or wherever
so
he kicked her.
you can see where Ellie's gonna track maybe him down, kill him,
Hopefully, yep.
and then use them to find out where she is, because they're gonna give him clues. Oh, where is what's her name?
Yeah, her name's Abby.
Where's Abby? Oh,
Yeah,
Abby's,
and
Arizona.
yeah,
So they're gonna go Arizona. And where's Abby? She's in Mexico. They're gonna do that kind of.
yeah. Hopefully, that's not. They don't do that much because I don't know. I don't care. Post-apocalyptic, regular world. How many people are walking thousands of miles from state
Miles.
to state? I mean, come
You know
on.
what I'm saying? That's I,
By the time she gets to it, she gonna be 50.
I'm like, even because episode one, they were in New York, I think. or at least
Boston. I think they were in Boston.
some big
I
city.
feel like they were in
They're in
Boston or
Boston.
something. Yeah, yeah,
And now
yeah.
you're in Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Wyoming. And yeah, and they stopped there before going to Utah. So yeah,
I'm
again,
like, yeah, come on,
yeah,
man. You ain't
okay, so
flying. You did not fly to Jackson Hole from Boston.
right.
So you
Right.
what? You trekked in the high
Yeah.
mountains? Come on, man. So that's my belief. I just let it slide on that one. How they
Yeah,
got
yeah.
how they got there, they got there. Because now they're walking up into the mountains. Like, and it's so funny that she walked into the valley of the runners
Yes.
and none
Right.
of them caught her.
Right.
You know, she's so fast. I mean, come on, dude. And she's under the wire and they couldn't kill her.
Yeah, and she's not. I mean, unless she was born in that type of weather, that's going to take it out of you
Oh my gosh.
alone.
She doesn't
Like
she doesn't strike me as able. Period.
I'm thinking the same. I'm sorry,
She doesn't
and
strike
it's no
no,
offense to
I mean
anybody, but I'm not. Yeah,
at least Ellie strikes me as able. And like,
right,
you know, she doesn't strike me as able. Not to say she can't be able, but she's
right.
angry.
Oh,
But
she spent 5 years
you,
training.
oh
Oh my
yeah, my
god.
gosh. She was walking. She was walking.
I'm
And
surprised she doesn't have a hairline fracture in her fist for punching someone that many times. Like, it's like, I'm like,
you with your face, you beat Joel to a pulp. You really, really, you beat Joel to a pulp. Come on, girl. You ain't beating nobody
let
to
me.
a pulp.
I know, and let me just say, if they don't, without spoiling it for you, if
Right.
they don't deviate from the storyline, I am done with the show. That's how
Oh,
clear
oh,
I am.
oh, so you're saying they should deviate?
If they don't deviate from the game storyline, I'm done with the show.
Okay, so that means you want them to deviate.
I want them to deviate
Okay, cool.
because I am out for blood. And
You don't want
I,
you want happy endings and stuff.
I don't know. No one gets a happy ending.
No one gets happy. Everybody, yeah, that's it. No, but
No, but I'm just saying, like, if we have another Negan situation,
yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm done with the show.
No, no, no. Yeah,
I'm not doing it.
yeah. So producers, I know you're never going to see this episode, but just in case you
Maybe.
watch
You
this
never know.
episode,
Yeah.
if you mess around and leave Abby alive or put her in some jail in handcuffs and give her therapy sessions, I'm done. Just
Done.
done.
I'm
You know
done.
what? I'm done, and I'm so mad. I'm just gonna write editorials about how whack your show is.
Yeah.
That's how done I am.
Yes.